Hey, and welcome back to my channel. It's a little warmer than I anticipated, and our neighbors just came out. Well, I've been a little silent on YouTube. Like I'm trying to be silent right now on this video because my neighbors are out and I don't want to embarrass myself. Alright, anyway, so I've been a little bit silent on YouTube because I haven't had anything really to share or film, and so I've just taken it easy. I have been active. I've been doing some things. I've gotten rid of a lot of plants, and I've been growing an outside garden. So I have this whole little trellis. That's not really a trellis. I used nails and created a trellis on my fireplace outside here and put, I should say. This is a passion fruit plant. And I have an outside garden. That's not really a garden. And then I have all these random plants that will eventually go somewhere in a garden that I have plans for later. I do need to repot some plants, and so I thought I would just record it because I haven't done that in a very long while. And so I do have 2 new plants also to show, which is surprising because I have not purchased plants in a very long while. And yeah, like I said, I've gotten rid of a lot of plants, and I actually have one to get rid of right here. This guy. This is my Tenanthe amagris. It's so bright outside, but it's actually a really beautiful plant, and I really do enjoy it. It's just hard to grow. It's just hard to grow, and it's hard to keep happy. And for some reason, this one just hasn't done as well as my other ones in the past. Could be because it needs to be repotted. It's also because I don't keep up on the watering, but I've had these previously and I did not keep up on the watering and just let them kind of dry out and do their thing, and it was fine. But this specific one really just doesn't like that. Doesn't enjoy when I do that to it. So I'm just thinking of just getting rid of it. But now that I look at it, like all of this growth, it's actually really grown. All of these leaves, they're just dead leaves because it's what they do. Like these are all healthy. Maybe I will keep it. Oh wow, hello. Maybe I will keep it and just put it in a bigger pot. Those are the roots, so maybe it's because it's root bound. Okay, new plant. I will repop that one in this plant right here. Perfect. Look at that. There you go. Now this was in a terracotta plant planter. Wow, before, so I have no issues with putting it in this plant, in this terracotta planter. This is a 6-inch planter. Got these from Walmart on sale. They have a lot of great pots like on sale right now because it's no longer springtime. So I'd go check them out. This is from there. Wow, it's from the Mainstay collection. And this pot, this giant self-watering planter, that was $6. So that's a pretty good deal. This I think was $3. So I'll just pot it up here. This light. Hello. Hello. I'm wearing a sweater and it's like 90 degrees, but it feels kind of good. Okay, now you don't get such a pretty view of my passion fruit plant, but the sun is not blinding me anymore. Okay, but anyways, so I just put it in this, scared me, terracotta planter, and we'll call it good. And that's probably why it's unhappy with me, is because it was too big for its pot. It outgrew it, which is crazy and also good. Okay, then I'm happy with the plant. It's growing and it's happy. I'm just gonna pot it up, and there we go. Bigger pot. I'll water it. We'll see what happens. If I come back next week and it's like decrepit again, I'll just toss it. But I got 2 new plants just the other day. This one is a Mamii silver cloud. I actually have this plant and it died on our vacation. I forgot to water it before I left, and I was really bummed about it. It was already not doing well. It had spider mites, a lot of issues continuously. And so I saw this guy. This was $8.50 from Green Acres in Melissa. They have a new location in Melissa, Texas. So checked it out, and yeah, got this little guy for a lot less money than I paid for my original mother plant, and the same size. So I'm just going to pop this up. These are crawlers, and I actually had mine climbing at one point, and it was growing so well and so big and beautiful. So I really love this plant. It's a pretty easy, quick grower, and I'm just going to stick it in this pot. I also got these from Walmart on sale. They're actually for outside to hang, but I don't care. I'm just going to put them inside because it doesn't need to move up that much, and I don't have a bigger pot. So I'm just going to put it like this, and I think it'll be really cute and pretty. All of these are going in my good soil mix, and I'm not taking the soil off. Like, I don't care to remove all the soil. I'm not going to do that and disturb it. So it'll be just fine for right now, and it'll grow beautifully. And that's what that's going to do. Like that. So cute. I love this plant. Seriously, it's one of my favorite. I have shared it several times over on my Instagram and on here. And just gets such beautiful big leaves. The silver does decrease as they get more mature, but for the majority of the time, the silver is there and it's very beautiful. Now, another plant that I have a pot for. Yeah, okay, I have a pot for. Thought I didn't. We're good. Why did I have that other pot? Did I have another plant that I thought to bring out? But anyways, I don't know. Another plant that I got from the Green Acres Irving or Melissa location, there's also one in Irving, is this Alocasia frydek variegated. Look how beautiful. I actually love Alocasia. If I don't think I actually shared them on here, but no, maybe one of my first videos was an Alocasia poly, and I did it in a kokedama. I think maybe I might have done it with my heartleaf, but I'm not really sure. Either way, I used to collect Alocasia, like every variety, and I had every variety of them, and I had a whole shelf set up in my office, and it was just dedicated to my Alocasia. I loved them so much, but as soon as I started growing more or getting more plants and just realizing they're time consuming, they're really not pest intolerant. They get pests all the time and they're just hard to keep up with. I just had to get rid of them. And so I was sad, but needed. Actually, my other second largest plant collection was Calathea, because I do love those. So that's why I'm holding on to the Calathea amagris or Tenanthia amagris, is because I love them. I love them. I have a silver Maranta, band Maranta in my window over here. It's blooming and doing great. I love Maranta Calathea. They're beautiful. I love Alocasia. They're beautiful, but most of the majorities or varieties I'm just not even going to bother with. But the frydek, which I've heard is the most spider mite magnet of Alocasia, I am going to try because it was beautiful. It was $40. That's pretty inexpensive for what they used to be, but I just couldn't get over that variegation. That's what got me. And this new leaf unfurled just this morning. That's really pretty. So I'm actually going to put it in a self-watering planter because Alocasia don't like to dry out, and I'm not even going to pretend that I could keep up with the watering on it to keep it happy. So I am going to just put it in this planter and see how it does. I don't know if it will like that, not like that, but we're just going to try it. I'm going to definitely need more soil for this guy, but I have this orchid bark. No, I'm not even going to do it. I'm just going to not be lazy and go make some more. So, okay, I've just got this self-watering planter and then my soil mix. Just a bunch of good stuff. I'm going to just keep it in this original soil. Look at those good roots. Beautiful. And repot it as is. I'm not going to sit there and try to break off soil or get the soil off. However, there's a spider in this pot. Dude. Okay, well, you're just going to live in there. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick it in here. I need to build it up a little bit because this pot is a little deeper than I thought it was. But that's good. It'll give it some space to grow into. How did I just add that? Took the plant out as I added the soil in. I meant to keep the plant in there. Now, again, these do like to be well watered. I have found that they don't like a lot of light. I do need to research the Frydek a little bit more to see what exactly they like, because they are a velvet leaf, and I've noticed, again, my velvet leaf plants don't like a lot of light, but there are some alocasia varieties that do need a lot of light. So I really don't know. I can't tell you the care process on them just yet. I will test it out and see. I will probably stick this under my Barina grow lights like I do all my plants and just see how it does. If it does well, then great. It likes the light. If it doesn't and it starts to like yellow and just be upset, I'll probably move it into one of my perlite windows. But that's that guy. He's all potted up, very pretty. Again, this is a self-watering planter, so these do not have holes in the bottom. This is a self-watering system. The terracotta sucks up the water that you put it in this clear, and that's how it works. So I also have Jackstead Bug Brew out, and I'm going to spray that plant down because I probably need to be really diligent about spraying that one down to hopefully minimize the spider mite problem. We'll see how that goes if I just wasted $40 on a spider mite plant, but we might have just done that. It's okay though. This is my last plant that I need to pot, or plants. I bought this planter at $6. It was so pretty. I actually really love their planters that they have here. They have some like handmade-ish looking planters. I don't think these are handmade, but they look like it. And they're $6. Like, this was inexpensive, I feel like, for a pottery like this that looks pretty custom with the blue. So beautiful, very shallow, because I'm planting my blooming orchid. It's blooming again. This is the second time in 1 month, well, actually 2-month period now, that it's bloomed. And look at it, it's beautiful. It had 5 blooms, now it has 6, and I'm just very pleased with how it's growing. I did forget to water it before I went on vacation, so the stem is yellowing. There was a new growth point right here that's still active, and one right here, and I was hoping that it will survive this all yellowing stick. We'll see. But yeah, the roots don't look good either. Like, I really didn't think about that. But I'm going to stick it in this pot along with the other orchid of mine that I have that will be blooming fairly soon. You can see it's budding all right there. And so I have 2 videos on how I did this. Those roots look excellent. And again, my care and process for these orchids, because they were not as complicated as I originally thought orchids were. They just need a lot of light. So I'm sticking these guys together. This is a little white dainty flower, and this is obviously the bright pink, but they'll be great together. That way I can just keep them all in one spot. I am going to use an orchid mix. I actually think I'm going to take off this dead leaf though first, possibly, maybe not. Nope, I'm just going to leave it there. I shared this because I don't know why I had it. I think I had it for the garden plant for something. But I'm going to use it for these 2 plants that are going to sit here like that. Look how cute. I thought that was a great orchid pot. And really, these have been growing in sphagnum moss for 1.5 years now, and they have not had any issues with that. So I'm not really concerned with adding a lot more soil or other ingredients in the mix. I'm just going to put orchid bark and sphagnum moss on them and call it a day. And I think that it will be just fine. That's a giant chunk of, oh, there's charcoal in here too. Okay, and that's it. Someone joined us. But it's going to be so pretty if those bloom, or when those bloom. They will bloom. But when those bloom, hopefully they bloom at the same time or similar time as these that are still alive. But I just filled it in with orchid bark. There was my orchids, my Alocasia Frydek, and my Mamii Silver Cloud, and my Tenanthe Amacris. So yeah, if you are new here and you're just seeing this short video, I usually do houseplant videos, DIYs, things like that. That's a great job. Thanks for smashing it with my plant scoop. Anyways, that's what I do here. So if that interests you, be sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram. I do post more on my stories and things that side because it's just easier and faster. So if you're looking for more, go follow me there. Otherwise, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.